Okay, welcome back. If you're watching this is probably part 4. This is part 4 of the same exact session that we started with. Little bits and pieces with breaks in between, giving her all the time in the world just to soak things in. And now's the time where we're about to stop her. But before we get to that point, she needs to allow me to get on her back. Thank you so much. Okay. A little bit of desensitizing here, rub her all over. Touch her in all the places that I may touch her when I get on. And right there, she just ran into my elbow. Wink, wink. She tried to nip at me, or was going to potentially nip at me. And she ended up running into my elbow. We've figured out she's not afraid, right? And she uses her shoulders to push me around, to protect herself. So we have to be smart about how we fix things, or what we notice about her. So with a spooky horse, if she turns and she sniffs me and she takes an interest in me, I would let her do that. With this horse, initially we'll let her do that because I was in a pretty vulnerable position and I didn't want to mess up her first day. Get her set up properly. Back legs need to separate a little bit. There we go. So, here we go. Put my foot in the stirrup. That's a little bit of weight. She's okay with that. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. She's not okay with that. Release. Foot in the stirrup. Hop, hop, hop. Give me back your nose, please. Release. Now, when I get on, I'm only going to get on halfway, so that if she did bolt or do anything unexpected, I can just hop off. Hop off. Walk her off. Get her feet unlocked. My apologies about breathing hard. Okay. Release. Up, up, up. Release. Up, up, up. Release. Up, up, up. Release. Okay, up, up, up. Easy. Easy, girl. Good girl. Put my leg on top. Rub her. Put my foot in. And we're done. What we're going to do now is just change halters, change lead ropes. So she's got a slightly thinner rope, much longer rope that she can pull through that D-ring or whatever it's called. You tie her up for a while. You see, this one's a bit higher up on her nose. I've got a halter that's good for typical Arabians, and a girth that is good for typical Arabians. But she's not that typical. She surprised me on every... What? What? Relax. Shh. There we go. I'm praying to God that you guys got that. Pull her back in again. So you see how much rope she did take? Now, if she was tied solid, she would not have been able to move her feet and feel a little bit of freedom. But this way she was able to pull back pretty hard, pull a little bit of rope out. And in fact, what I might do is make this even softer in terms of it, her being able to pull through it. I might throw the rope at her a couple of times here, scare her, get her to pull back. Good. I know she's not in any danger because that rope can slide through really easily. Gonna do it on the other side as well. It's pretty close, isn't it? Good girl. Okay. Pull her back in here. and get her ready. And good. Pull her back in. Okay, get her ready. She knows it's coming. And I say, here it comes. She's got her feet tangled up there. Okay, here it comes. Good. You need to see this. This is how you fix a horse that pulls back. Well, best way to fix that is never let it happen. Teach it that it doesn't need to pull, right? So I am going to run at her a little bit, scare her, get her, see how far she pulls this rope out. Good girl. See how she's thinking about it a million times before she pulls back now? She's tried the escaping method where she's running away and panicking, going into survival mode. But because she was allowed to move her feet and explore that survival option, which was to run, she had to sit and think for a bit. When she was pulling back, she was like, well, this running away is not working. Okay, what else can I do? Yeah, I remember this whole stop and think thing that we were talking about before. Good girl. Maybe I'll give that a go. And then that one worked for her. So she had to think through a problem. And actually off camera, when I was just waiting for this halter to show up, she was loose in the round pen, and then she reached back. I can't remember which side it was, right side. It was a horrific scene for me. But she started nibbling on the stirrup, and then she bit the stirrup gently, exploring. And I was thinking, please don't get your jaw stuck in that stirrup. And guess what happened? Yep, her jaw got stuck in that stirrup. But what impressed me, she's building my confidence with her. What impressed me is that she almost was going to flip over backwards because she was trying to get away by raising her head and getting away from it. But the more she did that, the more trapped she got. So what ended up happening is she was doing that relatively gently and peacefully, almost in a way that she was thinking her way through things. And then just before she was at the tipping point where she was going to go down, she actually just opened her jaw, dropped her head, stirrup came out, and then she just went to chewing and licking. Amazing mare. Super cool. And now she's just falling asleep. And this is what I need. I need her to be able to be tied so that I can wash her, groom her, and more importantly, tie her up after every session, just to let her not to immediately finish what we're doing, then go do her own thing in her stable, or play with her friends or something. Just to allow that time to calm down. Maybe somewhere in the mind it starts to absorb what happened, let it sink in. It's almost like those balls with the snow in them that you shake them and the snow is all over the place, and then you just need to let it wait and let it sit for a while for everything just to fall down, and that layer of snow just to settle. Same thing with this information. All the information that I don't give her any information. She's got it all in her mind, but I go in there and it's like all over the place. Let me figure out how to connect. She's thinking, Let me figure out how to connect him pointing, him walking, him clucking, him throwing this, him doing that, him doing this, me tripping over my feet, me biting that stirrup. Oh man, that was terrifying. Who knows if that goes on in their minds? I doubt it, but assuming that it does, it would make logical sense just to allow any thinking animal that time to settle and just relax, be quiet for a while after something quite intense. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm not going to do anything more with her today. Might just pick up her feet, actually, all 4 feet. I've got a hoof pick, just make sure that she's okay with that, but I'm sure that'll be quite boring for you to watch. So thanks for watching. That's day 1